extreme to where you need like at least 2 accountability partners for the average person, I feel like, to really do it. And it's tough because people work, people have lives, people can't be sitting like, yo, when I was like 10, helping my mom go through her withdrawals, I had to sit by her bed and hold the comforter down to the bed because any little bit of air, she would be freezing cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how real it was. I'm 10 years old helping my mom out while she's kicking fucking heroin. You know what I mean? She'd have to be wrapped up in blankets because if not, she's screaming because of how cold she is trying to kick the drugs. So it's so much harder than what people understand. Some people are going to take that pain differently than others, and I understand that. Maybe she was weak. Maybe other people were weak, and maybe they could do it stronger. I get that. Everyone's tolerance is different. But at the same time, it's just not as easy as what people think. You know what I mean? And it's like, those moments, yeah, she would always relapse and get back to it. But those moments, if I wasn't there, she wouldn't have been able to kick it at that point. She wouldn't have been able to. And, as we're older and as we have, lives and people are working and shit like that, you just can't. You don't got the time for that. Even with me, as I got older, it's not even sorry. It's like, yo, I wish I could, but I physically can't, especially, unfortunately, with the lifestyle we all have, that you got to work and you got to hustle and you got to go to school and you got to do this. I didn't have the time to be sitting there fucking literally babying the person, and that's what you have to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
I completely
then
agree.
the person ends up fucking dead. Because they didn't have that person that's going to baby them through it. But unfortunately, that's what a lot of them need. So it's like, I don't solely put it on them so much. I put it on, like, yeah, it was their decision, but to get through it, man, is so tough that I think it's so much easier. Like, you could say all that, yeah, you got kids, yeah, it's cool. Like, I always got that question, like, I'll be like, damn, like, yeah, you love me, but you ain't love me enough to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't love me enough to quit the drugs so you could be alive. But you could say that, but you can't go to sleep with that at night because you know how hard it is for that person to really kick it. And people will tell you, it's not just that situation. It's just people will tell you how hard it is. It's not as easy as what people think. And unfortunately, if you never do it, you don't really know, or unless you've really been there with someone who has tried to kick it and you've been through those processes and you've been through those withdrawals, you've seen how people act, you've seen how it gets, you'll never know. And some people will know. Some people have been there and they'll just say, well, you know what, I gotta suck it up. Sometimes a little deeper than suck it up. Sometimes it's a little harder. And it's just that's why they have rehabs. That's why they have those situations. Because you just can't, it's so much harder than what people say. And then when even people that go through the rehabs, they'll do the whole thing. They'll kick it. They'll go through the whole entire process of it. And then they get out. And then it's like, okay, you now you need someone to help you and be by your side for the physical aspect, the mental aspect. You have to now be, molded that way and make sure you're good that way. Because if not, guess what? It's just going to be a recurring cycle. So it's just like,
exactly.
That's
like
what
I said,
what's up?
Like I was saying, that toxic cycle that you're starting to create.
Yeah, and it's just. That's why it's like, to me, it's just so much deeper than just, like they can't be even to me, man. They can't even be close to even, just because of that, because of how hard it is to stop, I don't know. There's there's so much into it. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff to it. Again, that's a topic that is very interesting. I can't wait to hear Zane's and Nat's opinion on that. I would love to know everyone's opinion on that. I'd love to know Marv's. Everybody, man. Just because it's... And I can see why people say all sides, but it's just something. It's not that easy. But I think that's about it. Tay, you got anything else on that or no?
No.